at least for 3-4 hours a day we have music being played in this building, right? And that's one of my mandates, and it's something that I love coming to work. You know, I really do, because it's music all day long.
He's led this band for the past couple of years, and for Lieutenant Matthew Clark, this has become more than just a job. It's a passion.
And that's what makes this band so amazing, is that you can play something like SpongeBob SquarePants, or we could do something as technically demanding as Shostakovich.
The Naden Band from CFB Esquimalt has been entertaining Victorians for the past 40 years, whether it's at the legislature or at their biggest concert of the year for the Salvation Army.
It's this phenomenon that happens every year. November 12th, right after Remembrance Day, is when the tickets go on sale for the Naden Band concert. You go down to the Royal, and there's a lineup all the way around the block, and they've been there since 5 o'clock in the morning.
And he says at first he couldn't believe it, but there is a reason people line up for the sold-out concerts. Not only are they good at what they do, the Naden Band has become tradition for many Victorian families. But before we get into that, let's take you back to when this band started.
There's a band by the name of HMCS, or His Majesty's Canadian ship Singh, had an onboard band, and in about 1932 or so they were brought ashore to make up what was called the RCN, Royal Canadian Navy Barracks Band, here in Esquimalt.
It was a volunteer band that would play at various functions around town, and then came their big break.
It became very important in 1939 because King George VI was actually here in Victoria, and in Beacon Hill Park presented his King's colours to the Navy, and that band played. It was about a 55-piece band that played for that ceremony.
Clark says it shows the band has a purpose. Since then, whether it's playing in parades or playing with foreign navies, they've done it all. But when in 1994 to 1997 the band disbanded because of cutbacks, it was the people who brought it back.
And I can say to you, beyond the shadow of a doubt, talking to a lot of the old musicians and a lot of people who were around at the time, the reason why the Naden Band came back is because of the outcry of the Esquimalt public and the Victoria public.
And he says it has become more than just a band.
The community does know that there's a Navy here. Obviously, when you drive into town, it says, you know, Canada's Pacific Fleet, da-da-da, but I sometimes don't think they really understand quite what the Navy does. And I'm sure when you're driving on the base today, you know, you see warships just sat here. You don't see that every day. And it's something that we combat. It's called naval blindness, they call it. And our job is just to actually put a human figure behind the Navy.
From my experience, and I grew up here in the 50s, and I know a lot of the band members from those era.
Juno Award-winning songwriter-composer Ian McDougall grew up in Victoria and has seen the band through the years, even played with a few of the members at times. Even today, he's very involved with them, recently commissioned to compose an original song for the upcoming annual Christmas concert with tenor Ken Levine and Stephanie Greaves. The annual Christmas concert has raised over 70,000 toys for children in need. The concert takes place in Vancouver December 12th and Victoria December 16th to the 18th, and you can watch the Naden Band, led by Lieutenant Clark, play some beautiful Christmas favorites.
I sincerely have a very soft spot for the Naden Band, and it's a group of lovely people and a group of very committed and passionate people. They mean a great deal.
In Esquimalt, I'm Sucheta Singh.